everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Mike Newton down here at Penrith Golf Hub, and we've got an iron head-to-head battle in this particular video for you. So we've recently just seen the introduction and the launch of the new Ping G425 range of clubs, and in particular the iron. And I'm going to put it up against the previous model, which was the G410. Now G410 was obviously a very popular club, good performing golf club. We saw lots of success through fitting sessions with that. In my review video of the G425, I was pretty impressed with the numbers on there, so I'm interested to put these two side by side. Maybe if you've got G410 in your bag, would you consider upgrading to G425? So we're going to have a little look at that. We're going to discuss it. Obviously got TrackMan on the floor as always, so provide you with a few numbers and see which is a better performing club. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the G410. I'm going to hit a batch of shots with that, then we'll switch into the G425. I've got these made up exactly the same, so we've got the same lie, same shaft, same flex, same length, everything like that, so we've got it as equal as we can, both 7 irons, and in fact they're both 30 degrees of loft, so we've got it as equal as we possibly can get this. So G410 to start with. That's quite a nice opening shot to kick things off with. Just a fraction pulley, but the strike was decent there. 122 on that ball speed, 5,600 on that spin, 188 on the carry. So I'm going to hit quite a few shots now. Maybe not going to show you the numbers of every single shot, and then we'll move into the G425. Okay, and there's the 8th shot. So we've hit 8 shots there, and to be honest, that felt really nice, to be fair. The feel off that was superb. Okay, we've got a couple of little flyers in there, which is interesting, maybe have a little look at, but let's switch into the G425. We'll hit 8 shots with that, then we'll do some comparative numbers. Okay, so just before we sort of hit a few shots with the G425, just do a couple of little comparisons here with the 2 irons from the previous model, the 410 into the newer model. And as I sort of said in the review video there, the look behind or down by the golf ball, we've definitely got a more compact head shaping of the G425, a little bit less length from that heel to the toe, which I think is quite nice. Maybe offset looks quite similar, maybe a fraction less if that's just my eye, but maybe quite similar. A little bit more of a polished finish. It's obviously not high chrome finish, but a little bit more polished, and definitely a slimmer looking top edge. As I mentioned again in my review video, the back section of that top edge, or the back section of that top edge is just chamfered off a little bit, so it doesn't look as blocky there as maybe what we've seen in that G410. So looks wise, definitely an improvement against the 410. Let's see how it stacks up on the performance. It's a little bit skinny, but flown very nicely as an opening shot. Okay, and that's a nice opening shot there. G425, very neutral. Ooh, good ball speed there, 126 on that particular one. Did strike that nice. Ooh, 194 carry. Okay, a bit of a fiery opener there with the 425. So again, I'm going to hit a batch of shots. Won't show you every single ball flight, but we'll look at the numbers obviously at the end. Okay, so there's 8 shots hit with the G425. Again, feels really good. I love the look, and I think it's a big improvement in the look of it behind the golf ball, but does it perform any better than the 410? Let's go and have a look. Okay, so if we take a look at the dispersion rings to start with, so obviously the white ring was the 410, the yellow was the 425. So we can maybe just see a better or slightly tighter dispersion from the left to right with the G425 compared to the 410, so maybe just edging it a fraction on the dispersion ring. If we then sort of look at the numbers there, so G410 on the bottom, the 425 on the top, so we look at club head speed to start with, so nearly 2 mile an hour quicker with the 425. Again, the shaft's exactly the same, length exactly the same, so didn't really feel like I got any more extra speed there. I have previously warmed up, so it's not like I've gone out colder than the 410 and then warmed up in the 425, but obviously just moving that a little bit quicker there, maybe a little bit more confident with that, the way it looks, I don't know, but wasn't obviously intentional. So we can see ball speed wise, only a fraction quicker than the 410, even though there was a bit more club head speed, it was only a fraction quicker on the actual ball speed itself. Launch pretty much identical there. You can see a little bit more spin with the 425, both 30 degrees of loft, and I saw that in my review video. I think I averaged about 6,200 in my review video there. Obviously strikes can obviously change those numbers a bit, can't they? So distance wise is pretty much identical, averaging that carry around that 187 sort of mark there, just a fraction lower spin with the 410, but still a very good spin number in the 410, so it's still a very obviously good performing club. Okay guys, so there we go, there's the new G425 against the older model now, which is the G410. For me, both very, very good irons. There's no, I wouldn't say the 425 is hugely better than the 410, and I think Ping will probably say that to you as well. They're not going to be massive gains, and we're seeing that from a lot of the brands now. There isn't these big jump of gains now that we maybe used to see possibly 10 years ago. I think there's just subtle changes. So going for, I would sort of say, if I'm picking against these two irons, going back to the looks, I think for me, a big difference is the looks, and I think I'm a big fan of the 425. I think that just looks a better club down in that playing position against the 410. Definitely a little bit more compact. Again, that might not suit you as an eye. This is my personal thoughts as always, but a little bit more compact there, better shaping, less of that chunky, blocky top edge compared to the 410. So for me, the 425 does win on the looks of it. I think in terms of the feel off the club face, they both feel really good. They both feel very similar, to be honest. The sound, the acoustics, the feel as it comes off the face, they both feel very, very similar. And obviously looking at numbers there, they are quite similar on those numbers as well, aren't they? Just that little discrepancy, maybe that club head speed there, that maybe is just giving some slightly different numbers, but apart from that, there's not a lot to split it on numbers wise. So I think I would be choosing, again, you've got to think of price now, haven't you? Because 410 will obviously be reduced slightly now as G425 comes into the range. So if budget is an issue, then 410 is still a very good iron to go and get at, isn't it? And you can still get fitted on those as well. Whereas if it was, money was no object really, I'm going off the performance numbers are very, very similar, but the looks was much better for me, my personal eye, of the G425. But love to hear your thoughts as always, so do post them comments in the section down below. Hopefully enjoy the video. There will be some more comparison videos coming your way, so if you don't want to miss those, make sure you've hit that subscribe button, make sure you've rung that bell as well, so as soon as a video lands, you'll be one of the very first ones to watch it and you will not miss a thing. And hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.